Welcome friends. Let us continue to study chapter number 2 on my YouTube channel. Kindly like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study constant pressure process, that is isobaric process. As we have discussed in the previous lecture that processes should be studied or it should be written in exam as per the predefined sequence. The sequence is, first we have to write the definition, second PV diagram, third relationship with PV and T, and we can use the basic equation P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. The next one is derive the equation of work done, and the basic or the starting point to derive the equation of work done is delta W integration 1 to 2 PdV. Change in internal energy delta U is equals to mCV delta T. Heat transferred from first law of thermodynamics delta Q is equals to delta W plus delta U. And last is change in entropy, that is delta H is equals to mCp delta T. Constant pressure process, that is isobaric process. So when a perfect gas is heated or cooled into a piston cylinder assembly, keeping weight W on it to maintain the pressure constant, such a process is known as constant pressure process. Let us understand it. This is a cylinder and cylinder is filled up with the gas. On the gas, piston is there, and on the piston, weight W is placed. Now due to the weight on the piston, pressure on the gas is fixed, and pressure is equals to weight divided by area. So whenever we are not going to change the weight and area of piston, pressure on the gas is remained constant. Now when we supply the heat or when we remove the heat from the gas in this condition, then it is said that the perfect gas has passed through the constant pressure process. So that is the definition of the constant pressure process. Now let us draw the PV diagram. On y-axis it is pressure and on x-axis it is volume. State number 1, that is point number 1, having pressure P1 and volume V1. Now when we supply the heat, the pressure on the gas will remain constant, but volume of gas will increase. Clear? So how we can draw the line, whether it is horizontal line or vertical line? Yes, it is a horizontal line, and it will reach to the point number 2. And at point number 2, pressure is not going to change. So it is pressure P1 is equals to P2. But at point number 2, volume is V2. Clear? And this process is known as the constant pressure process. This represents the area under the PV diagram. And area under the PV diagram gives us the work done. And that is the graphical representation of area for any process. Heating process is denoted by the 1 to 2. And if it is 2 to 1, then it is the cooling process. It means heat is removed from the gas. And that was the PV diagram. What is the next? Relationship between PV and T. And what is the starting point? P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. Very good. And in this case, which parameter or which property is constant? Constant pressure. So P1 is equals to P2, and due to that, the equation is V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2, and it can be written as V1 by V2 is equals to T1 by T2. What is the next? Work done. And what is the starting point? Change in work done delta W is equals to integration 1 to 2 PdV. Is it okay? Very good. Now P is, because it is a constant pressure process, so P is constant. So we can take out P from the integration. Clear? So it is P, and then it will be integration dV. Integration dV means V 1 to 2. So it will be V2 minus V1. So work done for the constant pressure process is P into V2 minus V1 joule or kilojoule. Clear? Again it is area under the curve. Now what is the next? Change in internal energy. And what is the equation for change in internal energy? Yes, it is delta U is equals to mCV delta T, that is T2 minus T1. What is the next parameter that we have to study? Yes, heat transferred. And again, from the first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equals to delta W plus delta U. So we have derived the equation of delta W and delta U. So write down that equation. So delta W is P into V2 minus V1 and delta U is mCV delta T, that is T2 minus T1. So putting that value, P V2 minus V1 plus mCV T2 minus T1. Instead of P V2 minus V1, we can also write MR T2 minus T1 because PV is equals to MRT. So due to that here, MR T2 minus T1 plus mCV T2 minus T1. Now which is constant here? M into T2 minus T1 is constant. So M into T2 minus T1, we can take it common. So what will be the inside the bracket? R plus CV. And R plus CV is equals to Cp. So we can write down that delta Q is equals to mCp T2 minus T1. And what is the last parameter? Change in enthalpy. Again using that basic equation, H is equals to U plus PV. H1 is equals to U1 plus P1 V1. H2 is equals to U2 plus P2 V2. So delta H is equals to H2 minus H1. That is U2 plus P2 V2 minus U1 plus P1 V1. Rearranging. Then writing here delta U. And what is delta U? mCV delta T. And here MRT2 minus T1. Again putting the value of CV plus R, delta H is equals to mCp delta T, that is T2 minus T1. So you look at this, delta H and delta Q are same for the constant pressure process. Clear? So that was the constant pressure process. Now let us solve the numerical on constant pressure process. Find the value of Cp and gamma for a gas whose constant is 0.324 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and Cv is 0.84 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. अब देखो यहाँ पे what they have given, gas whose constant means it is a characteristics gas constant, that is R. They have given us R 0.324 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and Cv is 0.84 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. And using these two, we have to calculate Cp and gamma. Okay. And then after, if 2.25 kilogram of this gas with an initial volume of 1.15 meter cube undergoes a process during which its pressure remains constant at 7 bar, whereas temperature becomes 280 degrees Celsius at the end of the process. Calculate change in internal energy, change in enthalpy, transferred heat and work done. So this is what we have to calculate. Now let us see what data they have given. Mass is 2.25 kilogram. Initial volume they have given, so it is V1. Okay. They have also given that pressure remain constant, so it is P1 is equals to P2 is equals to 7 bar. Cv they have given, and that is 0.84 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. T2, that is final temperature. After the gas passes through the constant pressure, the temperature becomes this. It means T2 they have given 280 degrees Celsius. So converting into the Kelvin, that is 553 Kelvin. R they have given is 0.324 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. And initial volume they have given, that is V1. It is 1.15 meter cube. And we are required to calculate delta U, delta H, delta Q and delta W. But before that we are required to calculate Cp and gamma also. Clear? Now let us see how to calculate the initial temperature of the gas. And the equation is P1 V1 is equals to mRT1. Clear? So whether they have given us the P1? Yes, because it is a constant pressure process. So P1 is equals to P2 they have given. V1 that we have to calculate. V1 they have given 1.15. Mass they have given. R they have given. So we can calculate the T1. So T1 is equals to P1 V1 by M into R. So P1 is 7 bar. So it is 7 into 10 raised to 2. That we have converted into the Newton per meter square. Clear? Then V1 is 1.15, M is 2.25 and R is 0.325. Here it is in kilo. So 0.324 is kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So here pressure we have converted into kilonewton per meter square. And due to that it is 10 raised to 2. If it is to be converted into the Newton per meter square, then it should be 10 raised to 5. But why we have converted into kilonewton? Because in the denominator R is in kilojoule, 0.324. So it is kilojoule in the denominator, and due to that pressure should be in kilonewton in the numerator. So it is 7 into 10 raised to 2. So using that, temperature is equals to 1104.25 Kelvin, or it is 831.25 degrees Celsius. Now we have to calculate Cp and gamma. Now we know that Cp is equals to R plus Cv. R they have given, Cv they have given. So it is 0.324 plus 0.84. So the Cp is 1.164 kilojoule per kg. And how to calculate the gamma? Yes, gamma is equals to Cp divided by Cv. And due to that, it is 1.164 divided by 0.84. So gamma is equals to 1.3857. That is step number 2. Now let us calculate change in internal energy. And what is the equation? Delta U is equals to mCv delta T, that is T2 minus T1. Mass they have given, Cv they have given, T2 and T1 that we know, because T2 is given, T1 we have calculated. So it is like this. Mass is equals to 2.25 multiplied by Cv 0.84. T2 they have given 280 minus 831.25 T1 that we have calculated. So the answer is minus 1041.867 kilojoule. It means internal energy decreases. Next step is change in enthalpy. Again equation is delta H is equals to mCp delta T, that is T2 minus T1. M they have given, Cp we have calculated, T2 they have given, T1 we have calculated. So delta H will be equal to minus 1443.73 kilojoule. Here also minus means enthalpy reduces. And step 5 is heat transferred. And for constant pressure process, we know that delta Q is equals to delta H is equals to minus 1443.73 kilojoule. Clear? For constant pressure process, the equation of delta Q is same as the equation of delta H. So thus heat is rejected because it is a negative. Work done. Work done equation is delta Q is equals to delta W plus delta U. We know delta Q, we know delta U, so we can calculate the delta W. So delta W is equals to delta Q minus delta U. Delta Q we know minus 1443.73 minus into bracket minus 1041.867. So the answer is minus 401.87 kilojoule. It means work is done on the system. Negative value of work indicates that work is done on the system. We can also calculate work done using the alternate method or the equation which we have derived during the theory work. That is the W is equals to P into V2 minus V1. But we know that W is equals to P, that P we know. V2 is not given, V1 is given. So we are required to calculate the V2. And after that, we can calculate the work done. But as we have calculated delta Q and delta U, so directly using this equation also we can calculate the delta W. But if you want to use the equation P into V2 minus V1, in that case, we have to calculate the V2 using the relationship, that is P2 V2 is equals to MRT2, and then using our basic equation W is equals to P into V2 minus V1, we can calculate the work done. Thank you.